everyone, welcome back to another episode of the podcast Beautiful You. I'm your host Avantika. So in today's episode, we have a very special guest with us. Her name is Luna. Hi Luna.
Hi.
So she's 16. She's a voice actor, a musician, and an artist. She identifies as a biromantic asexual, and she's currently exploring demisexuality. So, like I said before in the first episode of this month, we will be celebrating Pride Month by talking about different sexualities, and I'll be having guests who identify themselves with different sexualities of the community. So, Luna is from Colombia. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, like you mentioned, I'm 16. My friend is Shide. I'm a biromantic asexual. Yeah.
So you're biromantic, asexual, and you're exploring to be a demi-girl, like demisexual.
Yeah.
So what does that exactly mean? Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Okay, so asexuality by definition is lack of sexual attraction towards others. Mm-hmm. There's different types of attraction. There's aesthetic, platonic, romantic, and sexual, which that's a whole other can of worms. Mm-hmm. So pretty much I just don't experience sexual attraction to anyone, but I don't mind being in a romantic relationship with anyone from any gender, which is the whole biromantic part.
Okay. And what about the demisexuality? Could you talk about that a little bit?
Demisexuality is pretty much I have a strong emotional connection to someone.
Yeah. So basically, you're attracted to someone only when you have a strong emotional connection with them, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, makes sense. How old were you when you first realized you were asexual?
14.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty young age. I mean, you're 16, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm 16. Well, I don't know. It's kind of I always felt different. Mm-hmm. Everyone talked about like having crushes and stuff. And I was like, I don't really like anyone.
Yeah.
I just kind of like started doing research about it, and yeah.
Oh, okay. So what would make a romantic relationship different for you than platonic ones?
Ooh, that's a hard question. Sometimes we tend to confuse platonic and romantic a lot, but I don't know. I guess you could just kind of feel it, and you can kind of tell when it's something more.
Makes sense. Have you ever come out to people about your sexuality?
Some friends.
Oh, how did they react?
Well, they're queer too, so they didn't really care.
Makes sense. How's the situation for the community in Colombia?
It's different for everyone, really. I mean, these past few years, it's been pretty good, I'd say. Sure, there has been some homophobic cases, but people tend to be supporting. I mean, it's kind of like in the US, where you have to know who and where you want to tell people. Yeah, it's kind of chill. I mean, obviously, cases are different for everyone.
Yeah. What is something that you wished you knew about sexuality before coming out?
Oof. First of all, that it existed.
Yeah.
Before I had to research about it, I guess that people would be more open to talk about it. So it'd been nice to get to know someone with similar experiences as me.
What's your support system like over there?
Well, I mean, my friends and family are really caring.
Yeah.
And like I mentioned before, I'm currently not dating anyone, so it's pretty chill.
Okay, makes sense. You said you're a voice actor as well.
Yes, yeah, I do voice acting from time to time.
That's actually so cool. I've never met anyone who has done that. Um, being a musician, artist, and a voice actor, and being identifying like as a part of the LGBT community, has that affected your, I guess, career in a way? Like, has that affected the whole?
Not really. Everyone's been super nice who I've worked with, and for at least voice acting, people have been really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mostly audition online, so.
Oh, what kind of things do you audition for?
Mostly like some female characters. On this site called Casting Call Club.
We are kind of diverting from the topic, but I'm so intrigued. How did you start, working as a voice actor?
Well, I followed some YouTubers who do voice acting, and I was really interested.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you heard of them, C-Dog VA.
I'm afraid not.
Yeah, he had a video explaining how to like start getting into it, and I just kind of went into it. At first, I didn't have any like a proper mic or anything.
Okay.
But then I got a microphone, and it's been really fun.
How long have you been voice acting?
I started in the pandemic, so around 2020, or was it last year? I don't know. No, actually, yeah, it was last year.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What are some misconceptions or stereotypes that, asexual people have that you might have experienced?
Yeah, we can't feel anything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a big one. I've heard that while I was doing some research for the topic, there were a lot of people who, have these misconceptions that asexual people doesn't feel anything. But just that they don't have sexual feelings towards other people. That's all.
Yeah.
You do have romantic feelings towards others.
Yeah, like I care for my family and my friends, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's the hardest thing about identifying as asexual?
Sometimes people don't really know it, and it's kind of difficult to explain.
Okay. Have you been in a situation where you had to explain it to someone?
With a friend, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so what is your advice for anyone who is, questioning their sexuality or they are struggling to accept it?
Just be who you are. I mean, no one can change the way you feel, so you don't have to do anything about it. Just like trying to get to know you better is like one of the best things you can do for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So do it for you.
Do it for you. That's so important. How do you think the allies could be more supportive of the community or asexuality in general?
Oh, this is tricky because some others from the LGBT community don't really think that we belong, which is a whole other topic. Though it's been a lot more calmer now.
Yeah.
And can you repeat the question?
Oh, how do you think the allies could be more supportive of this community?
Yeah. Just be accepting and just be accepting of anyone who who might be asexual, and finding more representation in media.
Yeah, that's true. Would you like to share some experiences with us about your coming out or the things that you experienced, anything that would be useful to someone who is questioning their sexuality and all that? So
just try to explain it the best of your ability. If they really care, they would try to understand. Don't try to conform for someone else.
Yeah, that's true. This was a really good episode. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you taking your time out and giving us a little insight about asexuality. It's not often, it's always a very less represented sexuality in the community, and not many people know about it. And it's like asexuality is a spectrum. how do you feel about like the subcategories of the asexuality?
I find that's kind of what I like about it. Like, it's a spectrum, so like so many different people, and we're all just part of this together.
Yeah,
it's fun.
it has
You're
been
welcome.
really
It's been fun.
Yeah, it has been really insightful. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. So if we have come to an end, if you have stuck with us for this long, thank you so much for being here. I hope you took something out of it. Our sexuality is often invalidated. It's not represented in the media enough. And it is a spectrum. Due to some time constraints, we didn't get to talk about the subcategories of asexuality, but I'll be making a post about it soon and post it on my Instagram. Thank you so much for being here. Feel free to reach out to me on my Instagram or email, which will be in the description below. If you're listening to me on Spotify, you can, rate my show, and if you like it, give it, the highest stars, because it just helps reach to more people. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, then subscribe, like, comment, share. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye. I love you.